Haven't been posting recently. I've had tons of stuff happen, and I just wasn't really ready to come back for a while. But I'm back now, and I'm ready to do a big video. Lengths of videos coming out. Obviously, right now there's one. But yeah, this will probably be my first one back. It's a market watch. I know I need to do one of these because of how prices are dropping pretty fast. What I talked about in my last market watch video is how prices are going to be going down, 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 down. I didn't promise it, but it's kind of just been a fact, and it's because there's reprinting coming out. So let's just get into it. So I'm gonna put my cam down here. I know we don't care about it as much as have pretty much at all, but I'm gonna put that down there. We're just gonna kind of go through stuff. So we were talking about how Uta instantly started at about. She was at 15 for a while, but now she's about 20 unopened. That's pretty normal. I mean, that's not terrible. It's only $5 over what it was. Things that are really wanted right now, like Nami. Nami is a very bigly wanted one. She's out. She was at, I think it was, from what it says here, it was at 18. I mean, they kind of just announced that Uta was coming out. I think that's when she was about $10. Yeah, 12.17. Yeah, 12.17 is when they did announce that because it came out. So Uta got announced, and then she just went up, up, and up because they didn't release her with the deck, but everything else came in it, and Nami was the main part of that deck. So you kind of need it. There's no question about it how it worked. So we're just going to kind of go through the pages, and if we find the boxes in time before the video ends, we'll talk about that. One big thing is a lot of these cards that were worth dollars are now worth cents, and some of the cards that were worth 100 or about $50. So let's go to Katakuri first. He was about at, I think, yeah, he was about 86 at one point, and then I talked about him dropping off. He dropped off a little bit. Everybody was like, no, he's not going to drop any farther. Look where he is right now. Shut up. $67. That is it right now. You can buy a $67 Katakuri right now. I know I'm looking at what they've actually sold for. They're dropping and dropping and dropping. Yes, there's certain ones that are going for stuff like that, but this one's a Japanese version, that's why. But the realistic price is, this is an English one, and he got 4 of them for $69 each. So you could do the math. It's always worth buying all of them at once because people give you better prices than if you buy one at a time by separate people. So we're going to do things like Gordon. Gordon searched again. He's up to $24. Why is he up to $24? Because no one knows, honestly. That's kind of how it is right now. The actual reason that he went up is because people didn't realize how long they were going to take, and decks are coming back after. So people were selling their Gordons while they were still kind of high, but not super low, because they went down to about 10 or 15. But they were like sitting at about the $20, 25 mark for a while. Then they went up to 30. I got them at like 20. And it was way before they even dropped off. And I still have them. I use them in my Law deck. So it was kind of falling off when Law was happening. Sorry guys, I'm taking off my shoes. But it was kind of happening while Law was a thing. It's really wanted in Law right now. But it's still pretty cool. I really think I'm honestly, if you guys haven't already got Gordons and you guys aren't going to be playing Law, don't get them. They're not worth it right now. They're a nice piece to have, but they're not that great. They're not as good as... Everybody acts like they just win you games. It's not like a Katakuri or something. It's not going to just win you the game or stall your game a huge amount. That's just not how that works. So if we go over to a... let's pick some solid things from Katakuri, or Sakazuki. So Sakazuki, let's go to top decks. So this is what most people use. They use this because it actually shows what people have won with. But anybody can put in their own scores. And they have Japanese, and then they have English. We're going to go over to Japanese. Japanese is always a little more mixed. I've talked about this in like separate videos. So let's go to Sakazuki. Okay, how's this guy playing it? Barcelona's, they're like $1 billion. Let's look up a Barcelona. I think this is it, but it's probably not. Hey, it is. Okay, $40. Yeah, that sounds about right. Barcelona's are about $40 a piece. They've dropped from $50, and that's what they're actually genuinely selling for, down to $41 to $37. It's a little sad. But yeah, people are selling all their stuff off right now. And it doesn't even shock me at all. People aren't playing Sakazuki, and also they're reprinting all the cards, and the reason that cards go up is because the higher the card demand, the more expensive the card is. A card that you see that as sense is because you're going to have cards like there's an OPO3 or OPO4, or maybe even OPO2. There's a blue bird that's a 7 cost. I can't remember his name, but if you guys want to comment in the comment section about that, you can. I can't remember his name, but he was a really big one, and he was like cents on cents, because nobody was playing him, and that's a very good point, is just nobody was playing him. But promo cards aren't getting reprinted unless they have announced it. But you have cards like the film cards that were originally like pretty high on there, just dropped significantly because of Uta. What was kind of already expected. Like I've been saying, they're reprinting everything out of boxes. They're literally reprinting boxes as I'm speaking. If you don't believe it, you can look it up yourself. Unless you can't find it, then I don't know where you're looking or what you're searching on. Probably Bing. Because if you're that dumb to not be able to search for it, I feel bad for you. But no offense to you guys, but I know some of you don't search stuff up and just talk out of your mouth. Okay. So let's just look at this promo. This promo is printed a pretty rough. And they printed a decent amount. That's why it went for what it went for. I always like to look over the year graph just to kind of see what people were thinking. So those ones are always interesting. We have things that were way too much, are still way too much, but not as much as they were. I think the winner Uta Luffy card, 103. It was at like 130. Yeah, it was at 242, and then it went down to like 123 when I saw it, and then it went down again to 103. Still crazy for a normal deck that everybody's playing it. Everybody wants that card because everybody's playing 2 of it. So the card is going to be an extreme amount. One big point is those cards would be even worth more if people were playing 4 of them. They're only playing like 2 of them. But the Uta event went over terribly. Bandai, I judge you for how bad you guys are at doing the simplest things ever. All offense to you guys. It just never goes well. I couldn't do any better, but I also don't get paid to do videos, so I can say what I want. No, I think there's things that Bandai could definitely do better without having to try much, but I think one of the dumbest things is that they don't know what they actually want to do. It seems like 90% of the time, it seems like they just kind of want to do whatever they do, and then just be like, okay, well, we only did Uta events, and then we didn't give them to anybody until way after. Or they gave them during the event, and they only gave like 1 of each card. So the winner card is as rare as the green card, right? Literally, the price difference is not enough at this point. It's a little sad. We weren't getting multiples of anything in the thing. There's multiple different things. But level of mellows are going up because Nami is being able to be super played. That will be my main deck in the future. But I played it on this channel before. I think Nami is going to be insanely meta. But so we're just going to go to One Piece. We're going to go down to sealed product. We're going to see all the boxes. And then we're going to see how far they dropped since our last video. Have they dropped? No, they went up. It's because OP05, they said they were re-releasing stuff. They were not re-releasing O5 because no one actually wants O5. Just, it is the easiest one to get their greedy little hands on. Huh, so crazy. Okay, O3. God now says getting printed. Look at this. Look at the drop. Huh, it seems like maybe prices on cards are going down. That's why the prices on boxes are going down. Crazy. Everybody already knew it was going to happen. Oh wait, most people didn't. I was like one of the only people talking about it. Crazy. Okay. So this one dropped about $30. That's always pretty decent chunk of change. What's crazy because unopened boxes of OP02 are like the rarest thing ever. That's what they say, but everybody just bought all of them. They gave us enough product for most of the stuff. They gave us enough product for like everything, but they way over sent the 3 liters. They way over sent Uta, and that's why everybody has too much of it. And you want to know the reason why it's so much is because there's these people called scalpers, and guess what they do? They run around and grab way too much product, and then they sell it for way too much, and then it's worth it for everybody. Yay! But the person that wants to actually play the game. So prices on cards go up because it's harder to get a box because not as many people are spending the money on it. But we have 04. 04 wasn't really ever genuinely wanted, but it's actually it was down to like $80 at a certain point. What's kind of sad because that's not really. It's really sad because 04. So the whole point of 04 was that they were trying to balance some cards when they printed it, and they just didn't. None of the cards in it were worth it because they just had better cards in these boxes. Like you're gonna find the Luffy's, and then like this is crazy. This is genuinely crazy. You have your Absolute Justice. What's his name? Sakazuki. The black Sakazuki deck. No, not the black and blue one, but the black Sakazuki deck that everybody forgets about. It was originally about $15 to $20, and guess where it went? It went up to $71, $74. That is genuinely where people are buying it for. That is crazy, and it shouldn't be like that, but it is. It's just a little crazy. One other thing, because I know most of you guys don't actually watch most of my videos, please follow, please subscribe, please everything. Sorry guys, I'm a little extra grumpy than I normally am. Please excuse me, it's just, I'm tired, and I wish One Piece could just get their stuff together so we could all just have fun and play the game. So yeah, there's some solid stuff, out of these boxes, but there's crazy stuff like Kaido. I'm gonna point this out, the leader card is 14 cents, and it's just a plain leader. I'm gonna point this out. And then we have another leader that is 42 cents. And guess what that means? That means that we have I'm also going to point out it's 14 cents, and then you have a $40 better card. Honestly, at this point, I just buy the alt-art leader. Honestly. That's how I would do it. But it's a little crazy. But I did want to point out, they should have some sealed product here, but it really isn't looking like it for some weird reason. I know they've totally made the leader for him, so I don't know where that is. Also, look at this beauty, and also that's why this one's cheaper, is because it's not the same as this one down here. I do still really like the looks of this one. This actually, I think is this is a purple one actually, so it's even a little different from the one that I was looking at. I think it was 40 or 50 cents. I don't know. It was something still crazy. But yeah, you can get your Kaido leader box. I think it's 03 maybe. I don't know actually. I don't have a clue. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I mean, I for sure know if they have starter decks. Like, there's no way to say no to that. I don't understand how they don't show that, but okay. There is a box, and it's like $80 to $100 right now, and it's a $15 starter deck, just like a Uta deck, but they didn't bring enough of it. Because people didn't steal, but they bought too much and then held it, and so they're holding it right now to sell it for higher. Because the more people that hold the stuff, the less people have their hands on it, so the cards are worth more, and those things inside of that box are worth more. And everywhere has that problem right now. The only place I really haven't seen it at is Spokane, and then I don't even think anybody in Richland even plays it. Richland, Washington, but there's lots of sold product there, and a lot of people are buying it. What I thought was really crazy, because there's nobody plays it there, right? So where's all that product going? It's going to places between Spokane and other places over way off in the coast. So there's just cards that are going for way too much, but they are coming down. That's kind of what this video is about, is that cards are going down. A really big thing to point out is Charlotte Katakuri. This card's just getting better. It's still being played. It's going to be played all the way through the meta, and the card's just going down, 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 and down. And it's a little crazy. I don't know exactly why the price is going down. I'm guessing people are selling it for whatever they can get out of it, and then they'll just open a box that's going to be actually $150 instead of like $300 or whatever it is for 03 or 02 or whatever. And they can pull their Katakuris, and then they sold them for $80, and now they can get them for whatever they bought the box for, and then they can get all the stuff that they want, right? It's just kind of where it's sitting right now, to be honest. It's just a little crazy. But yeah, we have blue Monkey D. Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy is always a really good one to point out, because there's always going to be the collectors for that. But I really wanted to show off I swear that you can find promos in here. What I wish I could find where it says promo. But they seem to like to hide their stuff. But yeah, normally there's a... Sure, show me the $5 billion cards. Okay. I don't actually care about any of this. Yeah, so we have this Luffy here. Okay, so the purple Luffy, this one's always a really good one to look at. This is 05. The all arts just aren't going for crazy amounts, what I think is a really good thing. I think if they could keep all the cards under, if they could keep all the leaders under 150, even and not all of the cards, I'm saying most of the cards should be under even 100, but if they could keep all the alt arts under $150, if they're like high meta and everybody's trying to play it, I think that would be the best, because you have cards like Zoro, his alt art is going for about 500 right now. And just that big difference of them bringing out. Talking about that, actually, he probably went down too. He did. He was way higher than. Well, I mean, he's still growing, but he's dropping tremendously too. He's dropping, actually. It looks like $20 already. Yeah, it looks like he's actually selling for. Yeah, these are all. None of these are. Oh, this one's Japanese, but I mean, $277. That's a big difference. But yeah, he's dropping. Everything right now is dropping because of reprints. And honestly, how they're going to be able to fix the meta is they're going to make all the cards not worth as much, so there's not as many sellers. What's always a really disappointing thing, and it does happen. I wish it didn't also show up Pokemon. But the real way that One Piece has figured out how they can make stuff worth, or how people can actually play the game, is they have the 3-leader, 3 captain, maybe it's 3 captains deck? We're just gonna do, okay, now, I don't know what it's actually called in One Piece. I thought it was 3 captains deck, or 3 leaders. Yeah, no, it's not that either. I don't know what it is, guys. But whatever it is, it's not there. But yeah, the two big things, and this is the reason I don't think One Piece will die off of us not getting enough product. I think if the prices go way too far down, I think people will be upset about that, and people will stop playing the game because all the stuff that they spent hundreds on hundreds on hundreds of dollars went down and down and down. I think that's always a really big thing to point out. I'm not getting the alt art for Nami, even though that's my main leader and that's all I play. I think it looks terrible, personally. I mean, they picked gold on blue. I don't know if I'm colorblind, so maybe that's why. Oh, that's cool. I can look at all the arts that he's done. I can definitely notice that he did these arts for sure, and this art down here. That's cool, actually. Yeah, you can look at all the art that this guy's done. Yeah, so I think, ooh, this one's cool. I like this one that he's done. Oh, okay. I never knew that you could search up people's stuff. Okay, so, yeah, we had Arlong. You can see the jump and drop and jump in price. My Arlong was about $35. I sold it at about $80. No, that was nice. I sold my iceberg at like $40. Or bought my iceberg about $40, sold it for $80 or $90, and then I sold my Rob Lucci for I think $110. Yeah, so I've been making money because everybody wants these cards because everybody thought that they were gonna keep staying up, and I did the bet that they weren't, and they didn't. So I made money. That's really cool though. That you can see who did the arts for all these cards. I never knew that you could do that. But the Nami arts are always a really nice thing that I personally look at all the time because they really don't influence the game at all. So we have things like Sanji, Pilaf. I know this card is a tremendous amount of money. Yeah, it's a tremendous amount of money. It's $38 for the pre-release. Sanji. I'm getting everything as a master set at some point. I don't know when, but yeah, stuff's getting reprinted. But these won't, obviously. The pre-release ones won't. But I'm just gonna go through all my cards later for my deck and make sure that I have everything that is pre-released for that, because I'm pretty sure I do. But I want to make sure. I just got my Edward Newgate all art because I just kind of know this one's gonna sit high. I know it did drop, but that's because I think that was the big the Dark Depression for One Piece. I think was the Edward Newgate when they realized, oh, we can't ban leaders. Okay, we cannot ban leaders at our meta. That was the really big pushback that they definitely felt themselves. People just straight up stopped playing the game. People got really upset and quit the game forever, right? There was really big things that happened, and I think it was a little too far, but they banned it and then they brought it back, and then everybody was all happy again. So there are some people though. I know I have one buddy. He was really upset because he sold his Edward Newgate off and then realized, oh, I just sold off a card that just got unbanned today and went up $50-$60. And everybody was like, yeah, that's exactly what you did. And he was like, oh, that's not cool. And everybody was like, yeah, no. So they announced that it was getting banned. It got banned, and then it came right back. So that's always an interesting thing that happens. People get super upset about it, but yeah. Super happy about everything so far, guys, in the game. But as you guys can see, everything's going down, even promos or super pre-release and promos and all that kind of stuff. Super pre-releases are pretty much like promos. The only thing is normal cards could come out for them, but the pre-releases also obviously won't come out the same way, at least. But yeah, just to kind of prove my point, categories going down. We have winter VVs and all that's going down. There's just tons of stuff that's going up and down, up and down, up and down. But we'll just keep going through market watches and we'll just keep looking at it. These videos always get me some kind of view notice. But yeah, if any of you guys got to the end of the video, please comment that you guys got to the line. And I will see you guys in the next video. Please subscribe, please follow, please comment that you got to the line if you got to the end. So you guys all have a good day.